WashAway footpath pigment. Odorless, non-toxic, you can even eat it if you want it. This is how we install it. We've got a container of the product here. Unscrew the lid. We have our water. We fill it up to the 750ml mark. Markings are on the side of the bottle, so nice and easy to see what you're doing. Screw the lid back on nice and tight. Shake it so you get all the powder completely mixed in with all the water. Shake it quite vigorously, just to make sure there's no lumpy bits, and you get an even texture. Beautiful and shaken. Take the lid back off. Top quality non-clogging spray unit, which we screw back into the top. Like so, and we have it ready to go. We have our stencil here. We pull that out, we put it on the ground, just like that, nice and flat on the ground, and a few pumps to get the liquid into the nozzle. Make sure the nozzle's in the on position. There we go. Beautiful. So, spray, get an even covering through the stencil onto the ground. I sometimes shoot from two different directions. If you want to do a bit of overspray, just nice and gently around like so. Put the bottle down, pick the stencil up. Now I put the stencil back in the back of the cart on a towel. That way then you get no product onto your car. Get another rag or a towel, wipe the top of the stencil. If I didn't wipe the excess product off the stencil, when you go to put it back on the ground for the second time, you'll get splotches of the drips on the ground. So it's beautiful, be reused again. If we look back at the stencil, you can see it's starting to dry on the ground now. Starting to dry beautifully, and we'll show you what that looks like shortly. This is what it's looking like after 2 minutes. You can see a lot of it starting to dry here. These are still a little bit wet, but that's only after only 2 minutes. This is what the stencil looks like after 4 minutes. It's beautiful and white, and you can see I've deliberately sprayed more up here and less here, so you can see what the difference is between lots of spray and a tiny little bit of spray. You don't need much spray at all to do this. If we walk this way, we've done one on concrete. It shows up very, very well on white concrete, and it dries a huge amount quicker on concrete than it does on asphalt, less than half the time. Also, if you get product on your hands, like when I'm wiping the with the towel, wiping the stencil, get it on your hands, just wash it straight off. There's no effect to your hands, it doesn't dry your hands out, there's no toxicity, you don't have to worry about it. Just everything washes away with water. Product also comes in pigment as well. This one's a blue one, and we've sprayed it here. As you can see down here, it comes up as a light blue. To wash this stuff off your hands, you need to use soap and water to wash this one off your hands. So, and if we go over here, I'll show you how we remove it. All we need is a broom and some water. Pour the water over it. Gone. Just like that. Very, very simple. Now that was washing it off on asphalt. We've also washed it off on concrete, and We've obviously just put these down. You can leave these down for a week, a day, 10 minutes before washing them off, and it's exactly the same. So, bit of water on, spray. Might use a little bit more pressure if it's been on for a week, but it's as simple as that. Absolutely piece of cake.